Our learning target says, I can list activities that take 1 minute or 1 hour. We have some different activities down here, and we're going to decide, do they take a minute or do they take an hour? Let's start with this first one. It says brushing your teeth. Well, a minute isn't very long. 1 hour is kind of a long time. It doesn't take me very long to brush my teeth, so I'm going to put that under 1 minute. The next one says going swimming. If I'm going to go swimming, do I swim in the pool for a minute or would I like to swim in the pool for an hour? I'd probably stay in the pool for an hour because it's an activity that takes longer for me to do. How about clapping your hands? Do we clap our hands for about a minute or for a whole hour? Well, I think, and I hope you think, 1 minute. It's not an activity that takes very long. Let's look at this one. It says morning meeting. Think about our morning meeting time together. Does that take a minute? Or does that take a whole hour? So something that's short or something that's longer? It's something that's longer. It takes about an hour for us to get through our whole morning meeting. Now we have soccer practice. Is soccer practice a minute long? So it's short, or an hour long? Which is longer? What do you think? Soccer practice would take longer than a minute. You'd probably be there for about an hour. Last one, writing your name. Does that take about a minute or does that take a whole hour? What do you think? It would take about a minute to write your name. Let's take a look at reading these two clocks. We're going to write the correct time underneath. Remember, hour hand's the little hand. The big hand is the minute hand. So what time is on this clock? The little hand is pointing to 10, so it's 10. And the big hand points up at 12, which stands for o'clock. So the time is 10 o'clock. Here we have the hour hand is actually in between two numbers, and the minute hand is pointing down at the 6. Okay, let's start with the hour hand. It is halfway between 4 and 5, so it's half past 4. And half past 4 would also mean 4:30, and that's what that 6 means when it's pointing down there. That means 4:30. Your practice sheet today says I could list activities that take 1 minute or 1 hour. You'll circle things you can do in 1 minute here. On this side, you'll circle things you can do in 1 hour, so below this one. The last set of directions says draw the hour and minute hands to show the time. I'm going to help you with this first one. So remember that when it's 12:30, well, that's going to be a half past. So it's half past 12. So half past the 12 would be heading towards the 1. So I would have a little hand pointing that way. So it's half past the 12, halfway between 12 and 1. The 30, that big hand, 6 stands for 30. So there we go. So I want my little hand to be halfway between the 12 and the 1, and I want my big hand pointing down at the 12 for the minutes. I always like to think the hour hand, hour is a shorter word. And so hour has the short hand, while minute is a longer word, and minute has the long hand. Good luck today on your practice sheet.